Look, I think the biggest benefit of going cashless, and honestly, I prefer to use, besides cashless, I prefer to talk about digitizing payments because there's a spectrum. It's not such a sort of black and white cash or no cash. I think the biggest benefit is that it promotes economic growth and inclusion, and it lowers the cost to the overall economy, and it takes out friction from commerce. And essentially, it benefits everyone, people, businesses, governments. We actually tend to see a higher GDP growth in countries with a greater share of digital payments. I think interesting thing is, cash has managed to persist quite well, actually, even, surprises me how well in some places. The reality is for low value payments, right? It is accepted pretty much everywhere, tangible, convenient. But the reality is it has a massive cost to the economy. Governments spend billions to keep cash in circulation and fighting corruption and tax evasion, etc., which has risen due to shadow economy, which lives on cash. Small businesses much more likely to become victims of theft, fraud, etc., when they hold cash. People in many places of the world spend hours and hours just to get to cash points, missing time from productive work. And the reality is those people who have the least pay the most, right? It costs still $7 to send $100 abroad. Total remittance cost, the fees paid globally is still like something in the order of $30 billion. Essentially, the current financial system, which has been built like decades ago, is pretty much centered on cash, and the cost inherent in that system has left 2 billion people behind. I think digitization really is a great opportunity. It lowers barriers, enables those unbanked to have access to the financial system. I think the main disadvantage is if done too fast, too rapidly, but I think that's more of an execution problem. It could leave some people behind, some of the elderly population, for example, or the digitally not savvy population. But through COVID, we've seen that even some of those parts of the segment have started using, and it's, again, it's I think more of an execution challenge than anything else.